Good evening, you are watching the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. First, the headlines. On behalf of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos, His Highness Sayyid Fahad bin Mahmoud Al Saeed receives President of the National Council of Swiss Parliament. The Sultanate strongly condemns the terrorist attack on a security checkpoint of the Saudi Royal Guard in Jeddah. And the training course on regional trading policies discusses the implementation of World Trade Organization agreements. Those were the headlines. Now for the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Qaboos has received a cable of thanks from King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia in reply to His Majesty's greetings cable on the occasion of the KSA National Day. His Majesty the Sultan has sent a cable of greetings to His Excellency President Yoweri Museveni of Uganda on his country's independence anniversary. On behalf of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos, His Highness Sayyid Fahad bin Mahmoud Al Saeed, Deputy Prime Minister for the Council of Ministers, received today His Excellency Yoweri Stahl, President of the National Council of Swiss Parliament, and his delegation. His Excellency conveyed greetings and best wishes of Swiss Federation leadership to His Majesty the Omani government of continuous success and for the Omani people further progress and prosperity. During the meeting, they discussed ways of supporting bilateral cooperation between the two countries in economic fields and expertise exchange and consultation in issues of common concern. From his side, His Excellency Yoweri Stahl, President of the National Council of Swiss Parliament, expressed his country's appreciation to the Sultanate on its achievements in the Comprehensive Development March, besides building the state of institutions and rule of law, in addition to its positive efforts in a number of regional and international issues. His Excellency also praised his meetings with the chairman and officials of the Shura Council. His Highness asked His Excellency the guest to convey greetings and best wishes of His Majesty the Sultan to the Swiss leadership, its government and people of further development and welfare. The meeting was attended by His Excellency Khalid bin Hilal Al Ma'wali, Chairman of the Shura Council, His Excellency Mohammed bin Abu Bakr Al Ghassani, Deputy Chairman of the Shura Council, and His Excellency Stefano Lazzarotto, Ambassador of Swiss Federation to the Sultanate. His Highness Sayyid As'ad bin Tariq Al Saeed, Deputy Prime Minister for International Relations and Cooperation Affairs and Special Representative of His Majesty the Sultan, arrived in the Sultanate today after taking part on behalf of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos in the Golden Jubilee celebrations of His Majesty Sultan Haji Hassan Al Bulaqiyah, Sultan of Brunei Darussalam's accession to the throne. His Highness was seen off at Brunei International Airport by His Excellency Minister of Religious Affairs, Inspector General of the Royal Brunei Police Force, Commander of the Brunei Armed Forces, a number of senior officials at the Brunei government, the Sultanate's ambassador to Brunei Darussalam, and members of the embassy. During his participation, His Highness was accompanied by an official delegation comprising His Excellency Sheikh Saif bin Mohammed Al-Shabibi, Minister of Housing, and His Excellency Sheikh Ahmed bin Hashir Al-Maskari, Sultanate's ambassador to Brunei Darussalam, and the advisors at His Highness office. His Highness Sayyid As'ad sent a cable of thanks to His Majesty Sultan Haji Al Bulaqiyah, expressing his thanks and appreciation to the leadership, government and the people of Darussalam for the reception and hospitality he received during his participation in the Golden Jubilee celebrations of the Sultan of Brunei's accession to the throne. He also commended the deep-rooted relations between the Sultanate and Brunei Darussalam, thanks to the support by the two leaderships of the two countries, praying to Allah the Almighty to bestow upon them permanent success, welfare and prosperity. His Highness Sayyid As'ad was accompanied by an official delegation comprising His Excellency Sheikh Saif bin Mohammed Al-Shabibi, Minister of Housing, His Excellency Sheikh Ahmed bin Hashir Al-Maskari, Sultanate's Ambassador to Brunei Darussalam, His Excellency Khalifa bin Hamad Al-Badi, Advisor at the Office of the Deputy Prime Minister for International Relations and Cooperation Affairs, and personal representative of His Majesty the Sultan, His Excellency Saif bin Ahmed al-Sawafi, advisor at the Office of the Deputy Prime Minister for International Relations and Cooperation Affairs and personal representative of His Majesty the Sultan. Supporting bilateral relations between the Sultanate and Switzerland topped discussions at the meeting of His Excellency Dr. Yahya bin Mahfouz al-Mandari, Chairman of the State Council, when he received His Excellency Jörg Stahl, President of the Swiss National Council. During the meeting, they reviewed aspects of cooperation in various fields and means of enhancing them, especially in the parliamentary field. Exchanging experiences in the legislative and regulatory spheres and means of improving them were the center of discussions at the meeting of His Excellency Khalid bin Hilal al-Ma'wili, Chairman of the Shura Council, with His Excellency Jörg Stahl, President of the Swiss National Council, and his accompanying delegation, who is currently visiting the Sultanate. The meeting also tackled aspects of cooperation in various fields between the Sultanate and Switzerland, and benefiting from the experiences of the Swiss National Council and Swiss Parliamentary Council, which serve the interests of the two friendly countries. The Sultanate strongly condemns the terrorist attack on a security checkpoint of the Saudi Royal Guard in Jeddah. A statement issued by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs expressed its solidarity with Saudi Arabia to protect its security against violence and terrorism. The statement expressed the sincere condolences and sympathy to the victims' families, wishing the injured a speedy recovery. With the participation of the representatives of the World Trade Organization member countries, Sultan Qaboos University for the fourth time in a row organized the regional training course for trade policies. The course aimed to support the decisions of the members to implement the organization's agreements and to improve the participants' abilities to defend their trade interests. The course included 4 topics, namely the principles of the World Trade Organization, goods trade agreement, services trade agreement, and the intellectual property in business. Her Highness Sayyida Muna bint Fahad Al Saeed presided over the opening ceremony. The main committee of Sultan Qaboos Award for Voluntary Work has determined the 5th of December, which coincides with the Omani Voluntary Day, as the date for celebrating and announcing the winning names of the award for this year. During its meeting today, the committee announced that more than 60 projects have passed the conditions set for candidacy to win the award and reviewed mechanisms of evaluating the works as well as the process of the media plan to cover the event. The committee approved forming an assessment committee chaired by His Excellency Engineer, the Undersecretary of the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, and including representatives of the UN Programme for Volunteers, Sultan Qaboos University, the Ministry of Social Development, and a number of prominent personalities in voluntary work. The meeting was presided over by His Excellency Sheikh Mohammed bin Saeed Al-Kalbani, Minister of Social Development. The Sultanate is heading towards manufacturing local innovations which came into prototypes that can be manufactured and marketed at commercial level and with economic feasibility. This came through the Innovation Factory, which considered as the first digital workshop in the Sultanate. The factory supported the state's strategies related to innovation and provided a number of advanced techniques. More than 140 craft designs were deposited in the Directorate of Intellectual Property affiliated to the Ministry of Commerce and Industry. The Public Authority for Crafts Industry seek, through this procedure, to protect rights of intellectual property for national crafts industries and seek means to develop them. The registration covered 143 craft designs, 44 of them for copper designs, 14 for ceramic and pottery designs, and other designs for ivory products, khanjars, coconut shells, in addition to certify the intellectual rights for a number of literary recordings. Registration of craft classifications will continue in enhancing the innovative spirit of craftsmen, as well as to achieve integration in work at regional and international levels with organizations and authorities concerned about intellectual property. Oman Convention Office doubled its efforts to attract the international and regional events to support the national economy. The Convention Center will enhance efforts to promote the Sultanate and increase its share in attracting more specialized events and conferences, especially in the medical and other important sectors. The Convention Office also aimed to develop the conferences sector through organizing workshops, as well as holding meetings with the private and government authorities. The sixth stage of Reata Intrapreneurship program for small and medium enterprises to a number of affiliates of the Ministry of Defense and the Sultan's Armed Forces was launched this morning within the framework of the cooperation between Sultan's Armed Forces Command and Small and Medium Enterprises Development Fund. The launching activities were held at the premises of the Engineering Services and included video presentations on the program for the 10th and 11th courses, which comprise foundations of commerce, intellectual resources, business samples, business planning, human resources, legal and financial affairs, marketing, self-development, and hosting entrepreneurs. Still to come in our news bulletin. Camel shows and other related events attracted a large audience in the wilaya of Ja'lan Bani Bu Ali. Welcome back to the news from the Sultanate of Oman television. A drone strike today killed 5 suspected Al-Qaeda militants in the Yemeni province of Ma'rib, east of the capital Sana'a. Security officials said a U.S. drone had probably carried out the strike, which targeted a car in the province's Saud district. The United States considers the Yemen-based Al-Qaeda in the Arabian Peninsula to be the radical group's most dangerous branch. The group has flourished in the chaos of the country's civil war, which pits the government of President Abdurrabbu Mansour Hadi against the Houthi rebels. More than 8,000 people have been killed since the start of the civil war in Yemen in 2015. Ghana National Fire Service officials said today that 6 people are known to have died from gas explosions at Atomic Junction near the Legon suburb in northwest Accra. 35 people were injured by last night's explosions. 4 of the 35 are in critical condition. The filling station is near a transport terminal and close to some hostels from the University of Ghana in Accra. In May, an explosion at a factory in the western regional capital of Taukarodi occurred as a tanker was discharging liquefied petroleum gas at the Ghana Household Utilities Manufacturing Company factory. Ghana's Deputy Information Minister said a tanker exploded near the petrol station. The initial fire was brought under control, but added that fire services were still trying to control the secondary explosion. Demonstrators marched to support Spanish Union. Thousands of people joined a rally in Barcelona today to protest against the Catalan government's push for secession from the rest of Spain. The rally comes a week after separatist leader of the Catalan government held a referendum on secession, which Spain's top court had suspended and the Spanish government said was illegal. The referendum was won by the yes side, though less than half of the region's electorate voted. Catalan President Carles Puigdemont has pledged to push ahead for independence. Nobel Literature Prize laureate Mario Vargas Llosa and former President of the European Parliament Josep Borrell are expected to address the rally today. Solar cars from around the world set off from Darwin, Australia today to take part in the World Solar Challenge race. 50 cars from 26 countries have until the 15th of October to travel 3,000 kilometers from Darwin to Adelaide. The inspiration for the race came from Hans Tholstrups and Larry Perkins' 1982 drive from west to east across Australia in their sun-powered car, nicknamed the Quiet Achiever. The event is held every 2 years, and this year marks the 30th anniversary of the challenge and the 14th crossing of Australia. Participants can only use electric vehicles powered by the sun, although they are allowed 5 kilowatt hours of stored energy. There are 7 mandatory checkpoints along the race course where the drivers are provided with basic maintenance, such as checking tire pressure. His Excellency York-style President of the Swiss National Council and his accompanying delegation paid a visit to Sultan Armed Forces Museum at Beit al-Falaj. The Swiss delegation got acquainted with the historical manuscripts which reflect the Oman unique architecture. His Excellency the guest and his accompanying delegation listened to an explanation about the developments and the attention given to Sultan Armed Forces during the prosperous reign of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos, the Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces. The deposit certificates issued by the commercial banks increased by 4.2%. The Central Bank of Oman CBO revealed that money supply increased by 1% to reach around 16 billion Omani riyals. Meanwhile, quasi-money, which includes savings, foreign currency and time deposits, increased by 4.8%. The average interest rate in commercial banks also increased by 1.675%, as the average interest rate on loans in Omani riyals rose by 5.157%. The CBO purchase operations average interest rate reached 1.727%. The National Transport Survey program will be conducted next week. It comes within the framework of preparing the National Urban Development Strategy in various governorates of the Sultanate. It will be conducted at the Secretariat General of Supreme Council for Planning in cooperation with the Ministry of Transport and Communications as well as Royal Oman Police. It will work on gathering data about the public transportation and traffic movement. The survey is also considered a way to predict the future of transportation, besides being a significant tool of planning, which will contribute in making the national transport strategy. A camel event was organized in the Wilaya of Ja'lan Bani Bu Ali. It included various panels of camel shows and arts that attracted wide audience. More details in the following report by Sultan bin Saif al-Sarai.
More than 300 camels displayed different shows in Camel Race in the Wilaya of Ja'lan Bani Bu Ali in order to maintain Omani traditions and heritage.
Today has been wonderful to see the Camel Race and to actually see camel racers and jockeys on the camel. When I lived in Nizwa, I got to see camel racing, but without jockeys. So today was the first time I saw the races with the guys on them. So great experience.
I see here some excellent point of Omani culture. So really interesting to see the camel races and really good to see how the whole family, all the boys, come out to watch this event.
The event started with a camel march with various Omani traditional arts supported the event, where huge audiences from different nationalities attended the event. The whole show represented the deepness of the old Omani heritage and culture that reserved by our ancestors until today. Sultan bin Saif al-Sarai, South Al-Sharqiyya Governorate.
Now for the general weather forecast around the Sultanate. Clear to partly cloudy skies will prevail over the coastal areas of the Governorate of Dhofar with chances of scattered rainfall. Rest of the Sultanate will have clear skies with chances of low clouds and fog late at night and early morning over the governorates of South Sharqiyya, Wusta and Dhofar. Winds will be southerly to southeasterly, light to moderate, while seas will be slight with a maximum wave height of 1.25 meters. This is the Sultanate of Oman television. Before we enter tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. On behalf of His Majesty Sultan Qaboos, His Highness Sayyid Fahd bin Mahmoud Al Saeed receives President of the National Council of Swiss Parliament. The Sultanate strongly condemns the terrorist attack on a security checkpoint of the Saudi Royal Guard in Jeddah. And the training course on regional trading policies discusses the implementation of World Trade Organization agreements. With that, we come to the end of tonight's news bulletin. From all of us here at the newsroom and the studios, it's good night.